However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see, and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. We are all now connected by the internet, like neurons in a giant brain. Not only does God play dice, but He sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen. Success in creating AI would be the biggest event in human history. Unfortunately, it might also be the last, unless we learn how to avoid the risks. We are in danger of destroying ourselves by our greed and stupidity. We cannot remain looking inwards at ourselves on a small and increasingly polluted and overcrowded planet. Science is not only a disciple of reason but, also, one of romance and passion. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. I believe alien life is quite common in the universe, although intelligent life is less so. Some say it has yet to appear on planet Earth. People won't have time for you if you are always angry or complaining. I have noticed even people who claim everything is predestined, and that we can do nothing to change it, look before they cross the road. Nothing cannot exist forever. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Scientists have become the bearers of the torch of discovery in our quest for knowledge. Life on Earth is at the ever-increasing risk of being wiped out by a disaster, such as sudden global nuclear war, a genetically engineered virus, or other dangers we have not yet thought of. When one's expectations are reduced to zero, one really appreciates everything one does have. My advice to other disabled people would be, concentrate on things your disability doesn't prevent you doing well, and don't regret the things it interferes with. Don't be disabled in spirit as well as physically. With genetic engineering, we will be able to increase the complexity of our DNA, and improve the human race. But it will be a slow process, because one will have to wait about 18 years to see the effective changes to the genetic code. One can't predict the weather more than a few days in advance. There could be shadow galaxies, shadow stars, and even shadow people. Science is beautiful when it makes simple explanations of phenomena or connections between different observations. Examples include the double helix in biology and the fundamental equations of physics. While physics and mathematics may tell us how the universe began, they are not much use in predicting human behavior because there are far too many equations to solve. I'm no better than anyone else at understanding what makes people tick, particular women. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. I have so much I want to do first. There is no unique picture of reality. People who boast about their IQ are losers. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. So long as the universe had a beginning, we could suppose it had a creator. But if the universe is really completely self-contained, having no boundary or edge, it would have neither beginning nor end. It would simply be. What place, then, for a creator? My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is and why it exists at all. I believe the universe is governed by the laws of science. The laws may have been decreed by God, but God does not intervene to break the laws. I believe things cannot make themselves impossible. Someone told me that each equation I included in the book would have the sales. God may exist, but science can explain the universe without the need for a creator. Time travel used to be thought of as just science fiction, but Einstein's general theory of relativity allows for the possibility that we could warp space-time so much that you could go off in a rocket and return before you set out. I wouldn't be here today if it were not for the NHS. I have received a large amount of high-quality treatment without which I would not have survived. Women. They are a complete mystery. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We've created life in our own image. Even if it turns out that time travel is impossible, it is important that we understand why it is impossible. Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. In less than 100 years, we have found a new way to think of ourselves. From sitting at the center of the universe, we now find ourselves orbiting an average-sized sun, which is just one of millions of stars in our own Milky Way galaxy. No one undertakes research in physics with the intention of winning a prize. It is the joy of discovering something no one knew before.